Friday afternoon, 12:30, which means it's time to talk all things jobs and employment throughout Australia. Hi there, my name's Mark Smith. I'm Group Managing Director of People to People in Australia, Frog Recruitment in New Zealand and People to People in the UK. Thanks for joining us once again here on YouTube, LinkedIn and Facebook. I always forget one. It's unbelievable. I can never get that right. But we can see all of your comments on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. So if you do have any questions about today's broadcast, jump online and we'll see if we can answer them in real time. So today we've got our regular stat of the week. Big one this week was unemployment. That was released this week, so we'll explore that. We've got a job of the week, a temp job here in Australia, and a permanent job that we'll share with you. We've also got opportunities across the ditch in New Zealand that we'll share. And if you're a working holiday maker or maybe somebody returning home to the UK, we've got an opportunity from our London office as well. And job security. There's a lot of negative news that's hitting the news broadcasts every night now. So we'll have a little bit of a discussion about job security this week as well. And of course, the answer to last week's Twitter question about whether your employer is actually diverse and inclusive. So stay tuned for that one. But first, let's jump into this week's stat. So, of course, the big number this week was the unemployment number, which was released for February. And you can see the graphical representation of that on the screen here. It was a surprise, I suppose, for me to see that in trend terms in February, the unemployment rate remained at 3.5%, because there has been a little bit of a shift in the marketplace. Unemployed people increased by just 600 to 505,500. And the youth unemployment rate increased to 7.9%. I suppose what we're seeing here is a disconnect between the labour market and the conditions generally. Business, from the NAB survey this week, the business confidence is at a very low ebb, yet it is not translating into a change in the labour market. Is it because a lot of employers have got PTSD that they can't actually find people in the market? Because I know, so they don't want to let anybody go right now because they won't be able to find somebody again. But from an anecdotal point of view for people to people throughout Australia, we're seeing that permanent vacancies are at levels at the same as last year, which was one of the best years I've seen in the last 30 years. There is a slight shift in the temporary and contract market. It's like somebody's just taken their foot off the accelerator there. And if we looked at job vacancies listed, we're still at 30% above pre-pandemic levels. So an unemployment rate this week of 3.5%, and that is our stat of the week. So a couple of fantastic jobs in Australia this week. This is our temp job of the week. It's in Sydney with Macquarie Park, so on the north side of Sydney. $45 to $48 an hour. It's an executive assistant role where you'll be doing diary and email management, providing high-level administrative support to the team. You need to have experience as a senior stakeholder or PA before, or a PA looking to step up. And you have to be highly organised. So Aidan Boast is the man that you need to speak to. aidan.boast@peopletopeople.com.au, and his direct line 82709705. Of course, you can always apply online, and the links to these vacancies are in the comments. So just click on those links, and you can apply directly, or give Aidan a call or send him an email. Here's our perm job of the week, and it is a group accounting position in Brisbane. So paying $100,000 to $120,000. Rachel Bates is the senior consultant in Queensland. 0731180125 is her number. So you're responsible for the full for the month end, business partnering, budgets, forecasting, compliance, and projects across the business, and you'll be working closely with the senior finance team. You're either CA, CPA, or you're studying towards that, and you must have that technical competency. So there are as an accountant. So less of the management accounting side, but more on the technical side as well. So Rachel Bates is the person that you need to contact, and you can see the link in the comments there to apply. So let's explore a couple of opportunities. Maybe you're a working holiday maker who's on their way to the UK right now, or maybe you are a UK resident looking to go home. So here's an opportunity from our London office. You can quickly click on the link, and in the comments there, if you are looking for more information on working holidays, we can assist you throughout Australia and New Zealand if you're on one of those life moments right now. But the HR coordinator job in London, £35,000 to £45,000. You will be involved in payroll in this particular HR role, as well as monitoring holiday absences and implementing wellbeing initiatives. You need to have experience working in human resources in a small to medium enterprise. And if you've got recruitment and selection experience as well, then that can really help you out. Hannah Scanlon is the consultant in our UK team in Moorgate in London there. hannah.scanlon@people2people.co.uk, and the number is on the screen. Now, what about an opportunity in New Zealand? Check this one out.
Currently working with an insurance company who's looking for a claims administrator to join their team on a 12-month fixed-term contract. This role is located in the CBD and is paying about $70,000 annually. It is a Monday to Friday role from 8:30 to 5 p.m. They are looking for someone to join the claims team and help out with some bank invoicing and processing of payments, as well as ensure that all invoices that are outstanding are followed up, and a bit of data entry to ensure that databases are updated and maintained regularly. They are wanting someone who can start as soon as possible. If you think this is the role for you, please reach out on my information below.
Sharna, how are you? Welcome to P2P Live. It's good to see you again.
Thank you. Good.
And we've got this really important topic to talk about, that's job security. Tell us more about it.
So look, job security in the 2023 market, I think we all know after the COVID-19 pandemic, the market changed. And then we've come into a new era with political instability, fluctuating markets, and economic uncertainty continues to persist in 2023. So I think job security is going to be the key piece going forward, what most people will be looking for, and companies will also be looking for in their employees. But it's not all doom and gloom. I think job security is also about skill development. So if you're in a role, if it's a stable role, you can grow with that company, you can develop your skills, leading to long-term career growth, which I think is also going to be a key piece, and it's what people are really looking for now, certainly in my space. And then flowing on from that, obviously, your mental health and emotional well-being. If you're in a role, you're comfortable in that role, you have people around you that you've invested in, that have invested in you, then you can look forward and look to the future and make strong plans and build a good, healthy career. So I think they're the three key factors.
Yeah, great. Okay. So it's interesting, isn't it, job security, how it's as people job seekers become more concerned about job security, it'll probably create an inertia in the market. So if you're out there looking to hire people and people are more concerned about job security, they're less likely to move jobs, aren't they? So have you noticed that in the sales sector at all?
I definitely have. I think that's the number one piece that people are looking for. I want to know that I'm going to a company that's stable, where I can grow my career and spend the next 5 to 10 years, which is something we weren't hearing last year. So.
Yeah, no, people were a little bit more bold, weren't they? So I can see that Peter on LinkedIn thinks that they're great insights, Sharna. You must know Peter, do you? I think you do, Sharna.
I do, yes. Not well.
That's a classic. Excellent. All right. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining us today. It'll be really interesting to see how the market plays out this year in terms of job security. Look, if somebody wants to talk to you more, or possibly they're looking for a career opportunity themselves, how will they get in touch with you, Sharna, before I let you go?
So they can reach me on my email, of course, my landline, or they can give me a call on 0424 181 382. I'm always there for market insights anytime anyone wants to reach out.
Perfect. Thank you. Thanks for joining us again.
Thank you.
Okay, so the last thing that we need to do today is we got to look at this Twitter poll result. Man, it was interesting. So we asked people, to what extent do you feel your workplace is committed to diversity and inclusion? Well, 26.5% of you in Australia thought, yeah, they are very committed. But look at the other end. 26.5% also said, no, they're not committed at all. They're not even interested. So, and then we've got 22% in the middle, but a solid 25% were actually unsure. So there's been a lot of work on employer value proposition and with diversity and inclusion over the last few years. That 25, over half of the population saying you're not committed or they're unsure, probably means that a few HR people out there need to get working on that EVP, or at least communicating it to their staff. Okay, let's go to the next one. This is this week's question. Would you be willing to work longer hours per day in order to work a 4-day week? So something like, would you work your five days in 4? Yes or no? So find us on Twitter at People2People, or you can vote also at our LinkedIn page, or simply just go onto Twitter and search hashtag P2P Australia Live. That's it, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us once again on a Friday afternoon. We'll do it next week, all again at 12:30. We'll see you then.